Ladies and gentlemen, apes of the ape army, it looks like we have some leaked information regarding Bank of America and Merrill Lynch that I find interesting enough to bring to you guys here in this video. But keep in mind, take these videos with a grain of salt. There's really no way to verify this. But at this point, why would any one ape make up some elaborate story like we're going to be going over just because? Apes don't need encouragement. We know what the trade is. We are buying more week after week. So that does lead me to believe this is legit and something we should at least acknowledge. So hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, let me know in the comment section, is this legit? What do you think about this? Your guys' opinions are very valuable. Now let's get into it. I don't want to waste any of your guys' weekend. So this is obviously on Reddit. It says Bank of America is fucked. Context. Okay, so I got a little anecdotal evidence to throw on the fire. Please keep in mind the source of this information is a family friend and friends with my father. This means I'm going to be vague on purpose because I'm almost positive if Bank of America knew he was talking about this to someone outside the bank, he would be fired. I know that's not what many apes want to hear, but it's the best I can do. So make of this information as you will. So my dad has run and operated his own successful repair business for a number of years now and has used the same bank, Bank of America, for many of them. Over time, my father became friends with a high-level employee at the bank whose duties make him privy to certain information. The other thing to keep in mind is this individual, let's call him Larry, works for Bank of America, not Merrill Lynch. The way he describes Merrill is kind of a black box. If you're outside, you don't know what's happening. However, they use BOA's money, Bank of America's money, which Larry can see. So whatever actions Merrill takes, he can see the success or failure of that unknown action via how much money is flowing in or out of Merrill Lynch. So most of the opinions he expressed to my father were from his limited vantage point within the bank. However, also keep in mind that we are creating stress and stressful people vent about things they shouldn't. Very true. The other bit of information you need to know is that on January 28th, me and my father got burned super hard by Merrill Lynch. Long story short, when the buy button got turned off, I was locked out of my account and couldn't see the status of the order I put in the night before. While locked out of my account, they told me the order got put on margin and that I needed to pay them money. Unknown to me, they automatically give you margin whether you ask for it or not. I told them I wouldn't, but even if I did want to, how would I if I can't log into my account? They never gave me a reason for the lockout and liquidated my GME and AMC all before I could finally access my account again. So basically, I got robbed of $2,000. That's the context. Here's the meat. So my father hadn't seen his friend in over a year because of COVID and the closures of a bunch of Bank of America's. Larry's BOA just recently restarted normal business hours and my father came in to make a transfer. They see each other and decide to go into an office to catch up. My father, who became an ape the very night I became one, has followed and invested in AMC and GameStop just alongside me and the whole way through. I give him basically daily updates so he can decide when it's best for him to buy more. So of course my father wants to talk to his friend about what's been happening. Larry already knew a ton and has tried to follow the apes as best he can. First, he confirms that the closures of many BOAs has a direct link to apes. They are trying to cut costs as fast as possible. The other thing he confirmed was that Bank of America's losses are in the billions when it comes to both AMC and GameStop. Now this part is speculative, but based on how Larry was speaking to my father and the context of the discussion about Merrill Lynch, it seems like Bank of America's exposure to this is more direct than just being the clearinghouse for Citadel and other hedge funds. Had I been in the room with my father, I would have gotten him to clarify. But my gut tells me his comment was directed at Merrill Lynch. What it sounds like is Merrill Lynch has a short position that is bleeding Bank of America from the inside out. It says, I know it isn't much, but I did represent some new and interesting information to me. I believe what Larry said to my father based on their friendship and the fact that he is planning to jump ship on Bank of America in not too near future. He's a good person who has become aware of the corrupt behavior on the market over his career. He doesn't even invest in stocks because he gained a deep knowledge of just how effed the little guys are. The other piece of information he shared, which aren't important but kind of fun, were things like how the top execs at Bank of America are shitty themselves and how well organized apes are. The other part Larry's boss keep complaining about is how loyal and well informed apes are. 10 months ago, they really did double down because they thought they could beat us. The way Larry talks about it is the upper management has only recently come to accept that they are likely to lose the thing and are in panic mode about it. They are also very guarded about information getting down to lower employees. Management is basically feeding staff BS information about the closures. They said it had to do with some misunderstanding or something, and contracts needed to be renewed. Something super convoluted and confusing on purpose, all so that the word doesn't get out, and has to do with us. Very interesting. I think there's some key details in this, how he does specify that this is speculation, that he's basically implying what, you know, this theoretical guy that works at Bank of America is saying without him actually coming out and saying it. So I think some key details like that makes this story kind of seem more legit, but it is definitely not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. But that is going to be all for this video. Hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.